Shockwave across Britain. Supreme Court stops Starmer's plan to jail. Protesters as Northern Ireland erupts. Britain just dodged a bullet. A direct hit to democracy that would have criminalised free speech and jailed ordinary citizens for a decade. The Supreme Court has just blocked Keir Starmer's secretive push to impose 10-year prison sentences on anyone protesting immigration policy in Northern Ireland. Yes, 10 years, for protesting. Not looting, not arson, not assault, just protesting. And the streets responded. Northern Ireland is on fire, literally. Flames light the skies over Ballynahinch. Riot police are under siege. Sirens, smoke, chaos. This isn't a war zone. It's Britain in 2025. This is not about racism. It's not about hate. It's about communities abandoned and betrayed. People who have watched their neighbourhoods change overnight. Their voices ignored. Their fears mocked. And now, when they speak out, they're labelled as extremists. Welcome to the new Britain. The spark. A shocking case in Ballynahinch. 2 teenage boys from Romania accused of attempted rape. They had denied the charges. But when the community learned they needed translators in court, something snapped. Protests erupted, and by midnight, the town was in open rebellion. 15 police officers injured, vehicles torched, and then water cannons, riot dogs, unleashed on British citizens on British soil. But the real fire wasn't in the streets, it was in Parliament. Instead of addressing the fears, instead of protecting the public, Keir Starmer's Labour Party tried to silence them. They attempted to rush through an emergency law that would make protesting a crime punishable by 10 years in prison. Think about that. Protesting. 10 years. This wasn't about keeping order. It was about keeping people quiet. A test run. Northern Ireland was the trial. The rest of Britain was always next. But then, a thunderbolt from the courts. And a stunning rebuke. The Supreme Court blocked the plan. Judges called the punishment wildly disproportionate and delivered a clear message. Peaceful protest is not a crime, even if it makes politicians uncomfortable. But make no mistake, this fight is far from over. Behind the scenes, ministers are now whispering about invoking counter-terror powers to deal with future protests. Labour supporters are openly calling for mass arrests, surveillance of right-wing agitators, and the total ban of protests near migrant centres. Read that again. Peaceful protest in Britain, now being likened to terrorism. And here's the question no one wants to ask. How did we get here? Britain's borders are in chaos. Over 1,200 migrants crossed the Channel in a single day. Hotels are overwhelmed. GP clinics are full. Schools are bursting. Women are scared to walk home. And when communities speak up, when they ask, what happened to our safety? They're told to shut up and accept it. That's not democracy. That's not freedom. That's tyranny in slow motion. So ask yourself, what happens if the courts don't step in next time? What happens when your voice is the one they try to silence? We are at a crossroads. This isn't politics. This is survival. Do you think the government went too far? Should protesting ever carry a 10-year sentence in a so-called free country? Let us know in the comments. This is your country, your future, your fight. And make sure you follow England. Now 7 in, because we're not afraid to say what the others won't.